It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dodo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dodo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and then a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. At this moment, it is Maiyegun live. You can even say Maiyegun brunch time. Read the caption of this broadcast. Read the description as well. Hear it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that disappointingly, majority of you possibly were expecting Thiefnubu to give a national broadcast to at least you the journey so far. 1 year, 366 days. Tell them. If he's not coming out to tell you, other than to lie to you on Maiyegun's diary politics this afternoon, this morning, I will take you through the last 1 year. The last 1 year of Shege Banza under Bokwari, Shege Pro Max under Thiefnubu. I come here with evidence. Not me, but you. Those of you who like to hide it or live in denial, this is just to remind you. This is just the beginning. Share this broadcast. Invite the bad idiots, bastards, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. Last 1 year. So, good morning to you in America. Good afternoon to you in London, in Lagos, in Berlin, and every other places around the Europe. Maybe good evening to you in India, Dubai, and all other surrounding areas. It is Maiyegun live. Thank you so much for joining me to start with this segment this afternoon. Hopefully, time will permit. We would continue our reading. But for now, the people that told you, we're all here when these shenanigans, these crooked criminals were scheming their state capture. But in fairness, so that we use statistics now. In fairness, they said 8 million people. Well, Mumudu Yakubu allocated 8.1 million or so votes to Thiefnubu. 6.9 or so million to Atiku. Then another 1 million to Obi. Then 1 point something million to Kwakwansop. But if you have to now use numbers, the same Mumudu Yakubu said 98 million of you were registered and issued voters card. Now, that simply means out of 98 million people eligible to choose president and others, only 26 million voted. And from these 26 million, which represents less than 25% of the total eligible voters. So 25% people voted. From that 25%, Thiefnubu, in overall figure, they said they scored 8 million. That is far, far less than 10% of eligible people that could vote, but they were denied voting. So that means out of 98 million, just 7% eligible voters in Nigeria are alleged to have voted for Thiefnubu. So it simply means in a country of 200 million people, you have less than 4% of that population that Yakubu said wanted Thiefnubu. I don't want to go into all of that stuff anymore. I just want to just so we kind of have that as a background. So those of you who don't want Thiefnubu, when I don't go sit down there, can't they believe say some of these shots are also hitting you, like the stray bullet that I will be firing or other people will be firing. So, and those of you who are also joining and watching this, I hope you keep that in mind, that in the scheme to do this to all of you in Nigeria, what Thiefnubu and his gang are doing now, Yakubu schemed to force the minority of 4% of the population that they have chosen disaster. Now you see that 4% and their descendants. I want to know, because majority of them who fell for the tribal, religious, and all other nonsense that they were fed with that time, many of them that are still existing in Nigeria today, that they are begging for legitimacy to accept Thiefnubu. Now, Nigeria is more divided, no doubt. Nigerians are more poorer as well. In the midst of all of that, Thiefnubu has succeeded in proving that his only core area of expertise is to tax you and take money from you. Anybody that brags about how much money they could take from people, not how much they actually gave back, they are disaster. And Thiefnubu is a living evidence. Now, whether you supported him or you didn't, everybody is collecting right now. Those who told us, all of us, including me, because I was enemy, remember, you this Maiyegun, why are you enemy of progress? Why are you You see, those who told us that we will cry for the next 8 years, now them first started crying because they were like, this is not what we were told. This is not what we were promised. Thiefnubu do something. Ebin power. Babu abinshi umba. Kilodi. Let us enjoy this hope, renewed hope in peace into real long. Election is over. Baba, the people that told you that you will cry for 8 years, they couldn't get offended that you are not joining them. Now, I mean, protest is no longer around, remember? But now protest was around, but it's no longer around. Anyway, in the old melee and confusion, Thiefnubu and his gang, they continue to award themselves different awards because they have done so well. So today, the confusion continues. So it all started with the normal. Every May 29, okay, the government and the president would give a speech and speak to the rest of the country, tell you the challenges in the last 1 year, the successes too, as well as the prospects for greater things to come. They speak to you, even if they have to lie to you. And I think that was what, Bekun or Bekunde Onafunnuga, the 69-year-old special advisor to Thiefnubu on social media. He went on X, Twitter, and he wrote this lengthy stuff and he said, press release. Oh, sorry. Press statement. Something like that, like the media of Thiefnubu. The people that have been lying to you, carrying different fake stories. I don't want to even go to that yet. Last minute for them to kind of tell us what's going on. They said, Thiefnubu is not going to do national broad. They will not do cut and join this time. Thiefnubu is going to address the National Assembly, which is the National Assembly of thieves. rogues. Okay, people were like, okay, fair enough. Just get yourselves ready for an entertaining, moment. But then this morning, Akuri Ngalielie, which I didn't even know that he's actually the boss to Onafunnuga. Akuri Ngalielie is the boss. Onafunnuga is, correspondence or something like that. So that one now came out and said, nothing like that is planned. What the hell? That statement didn't receive my personal approval. There is no plan for Thiefnubu to address National Assembly. Kilo day when it confusion. Let's go there and say something to some of these guys so that they can have something to say too. So here we are. Some of them now that the Shege is being democratically feared. Don't pretend. Even me, I feel am. But you can live in denial, but you won't lie to yourself. You can lie in public. The truth is this. Even if you think you can afford whatever they are throwing at you now, at least you knows where the shoe pinches right now. And the efforts of their paid vuvuzelas is to continue to convince you that that is not because of Thiefnubu. Is it because of Thiefnubu? Everything is now Thiefnubu. Everything is Thiefnubu. If people cannot even sleep with their wife anymore, it's Tinubu. If people cannot, if they cannot feed, this is something you call psychological gaslighting. Okay? Because it is the economic policies of Thiefnubu that is making life hell for everyone. If you cannot pay your children's school fees, the one you normally pay before, it is because of the policies of Thiefnubu. If you can no longer afford that your medication, the one you always to get your supply, it is because of Thiefnubu and the people he appointed to be making decisions. Okay? If you lose your job, that because the business you are working with is struggling and is going to fold up soon, it is because of Thiefnubu. But they have psychologically kind of tried to convince you that everything is Thiefnubu. Everything is in, and those that are making decisions, taxing you here and there, devaluing your currency every now and then. Come on. That's not something that has nothing to do with your sins or the sins of your fathers. Okay? But here we are. If me, that never supported or wanted or participated in your charade elections, is also receiving my own shege because of the decisions of 4%. How dare you come to me and say, are you mocking us? No, I'm supposed to be crying for you now. Were you not the people who get Bonsu for neck less than, what do you call it? Less than 2 years ago, 2022. You were those who were carrying Bonsu for neck, for head, shouting, you, this Maiyegun, you will see, God will shame you. Thiefnubu will be the president and he will change Nigeria. And here we are. He is changing Nigeria. He is changing your lives for the worse. But they want you to believe that he is not responsible. Bokwari did it. Okay, fine. Where is Bokwari now? Is he not one of the? Is he not the leaders of those who are telling you that they are trying to now fix the problem? Where is Bokwari? So you want me to pity you? You want me to feel sorry? I mean, if I have choice of explaining, like if I have a lot of any sympathy left, it's never going to be for those of you that every now and then, when you wake up in the morning, here you get, just face wherever the sun is coming out and just say it there. All of you, that you were warned and you were warned, all of you that wished this on us, drop something. They did it. Benue people did it for, Tobokwari. I don't know if you remember. When the Fulani terrorists were killing them in Benue. So they said they had to call on their God. So they will go onto the mountains. Like 1 million people. They will be screaming, Buario, Buario, Buario. You know, long Buhari he became deaf and dumb and more wicked. Unfortunately, they said they had a health problem, and Benue people then said, well, by the end of the day, it became worse and it became more wicked. Then Bulaba came in. Bulaba came to London, December 2022. They said they did not need his body. They only needed his brain. The brain of a tax master, the brain of a pickpocket, the brain of a one-chancer. I mean, that puts to question the intelligence of a lot of those who kind of find an excuse, trying to explain it away, trying to make Thiefnubu what he was never, a complete crook. Somebody was supposed to jail. He was never supposed to be seen at all. He was supposed to jail. Like Osh Poppy, that kind of thing was. But here you are. Educated people were trying to make up things, trying to paint image of Thiefnubu that he was never. And some of them are now acting surprised. That was when we diagnosed them of the mental health problem that it is. For anybody to tell you, if anybody says they support or they are member of APC, or they are supporters of Thiefnubu, it is a mental disorder. These are people that are self-destructive, and they don't mind destroying others as they destroy themselves, as they are intending to destroy themselves. It's a mental disorder. So all you have to do is to do everything to cut them up. And there are now those who are now trying to emotionally blackmail us. Are you with me? They are wondering that we are laughing when we see the videos of them crying out, being power, being things are very hard, and the rest of that. They are like, why are you happy that people are hungry? No, I am supposed to be sad, This guy came to London and he was talking about teamship. You remember that? Chatham House, London.
Questions, Mr. Tinubu. Please, if we can keep quiet for one conversation here. Thank you. Go ahead.
Let me once demonstrate here. One of those philosophers and one of the doctrine that I believe firmly in is teamship. Unbreakable team. To demonstrate that, I will choose the first question, assign it to Dele Alake.
Okay.
And the second question, assigned to Nasiru El-Rufai. And third question, assigned to Ben Ayade.
All right. So can we have microphone coming in the front? And the first question is about blood oil. Oil. There, this gentleman. Yeah, Elder Fire, I can see him. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Security Nasiru Erufai.
Yes, thank you very much for that. Now, the issue of oil theft in Nigeria is as deep-seated, and it's been long-standing. It's been there. It's not a new development, as we all know. It's been there for decades, and then we discover the various dimensions daily. Now, the incoming administration, by the grace of God, of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has devised some novelties in terms of strategies. First of all, to combat oil theft is tied to the security situation of Nigeria. Now, the questioner has linked it with
Ngalielie.
They said they didn't need his body, they needed his brain. And the guy put together the gang of drug addicts, drug dealers, money launderers, treasury looters, and on like that. He has now brought a team together. So they asked him in Nigeria, what should Nigerians expect in 100 days that will be different from what they were facing under Buhari? This is what he said.
In the first 100 to 200 days in office, what should citizens expect to see if you're elected as president, sir?
Day one, hit the ground running. Day two, continue running. Day three, don't rest. Think and do.
Ngalielie.
Think and do. They say, Baba, almost sense. Jagaban, almost sense. Greatest answer. Because the moment Jagaban becomes president, he will hit the ground running. And situation like this will probably end and never happen again. This was December 2022.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure to what? Mazo Yoruba. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lu yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyí gbogbo ṣe sọ. Ṣé ìlú lé fún wa lówó wa ànáwó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó èmi kọ́ lè.
How many of you remember that time when you are using Naira to buy Naira? Are you not still using Naira to buy Naira now? Be honest. Are you not using Naira to buy Naira from the POS today? Okay. Those were the supposed dark era that Thiefnubu was going to change. But ladies and gentlemen, this was what Thiefnubu was bringing.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
That's exactly how Thiefnubu came in. So day one, hitting the ground running. Call, remember?
No provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
Subsidy is gone. I'm talking about wahala to JP. On a personal level, it was like this.
Swallow 200 naira. They said that.
So that was the beginning on a personal level. Then people went to the streets. Okay, subsidy is gone. Subsidy is gone. They said we should wait. They will give us money. They will shake in the cock in the corn. They will save money from subsidy. Ashe is coming, you know, like it's coming. So I have collected the reactions of people all over Nigeria in the last 1 year. And I promise you, this is just like 0.1% of all of these fears. Now, my tear is not part of this collection. You know that some of these Abobakus, they come to this platform to tell me that I will cry for 8 years. And I said, it's going to be a pleasure. At least we have a saying that sometimes it's better to cry inside a brand new Lamborghini. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I drive Akana. You know, it is better for me to tear up inside my Akana than for me to be crying on top Okada, or to be crying because Alaye, I can no longer afford, not only that I can no longer afford to feed, I cannot even afford to take myself to work. Some of you like that, a lot of people are crying on top of Okada. Some of them didn't want this. So 8 years in it is just 1 year. But this last 1 year, ladies and gentlemen, it is a long watch. So I'm just going to sit back. Since Thiefnubu will not give you the record or report of how he has impacted your lives, improved your lives, okay, in the last 1 year, to the point that they had no, normally they will have a bank holiday today. Holiday today, Abi, and then they will give you this pre-recorded video of Thiefnubu lying to you, telling you, all that nonsense. But for some reason, Babu, nothing. But if they are not going to do that, me, I go show you what it has been like in the last 1 year. Please enjoy.
Country, please, if government work, if they cannot protest, we Yalaja, we go up our nyash, we go up our breast, we go protest. Too much suffering is too much for this country. Before you eat, we go suffer. The suffering is too much. Please, Madam, find solution for this things. It's too much. Gary 2,000 naira. Since when my father bought me, I did not buy 1,000 naira pence of Gary. There's value is 2,000 naira now. It's too much. The savannah is too much. Even the rice, the Rika one rice up to 1,200 naira. For what reason? It's too much to buy meat. Even the Kwame said that rice up. Two fish for Chicago or Chicago 1,200 naira. 3 of pieces of it. It's too much. Baba West Anuba, Bada West Anuba, Yayipo Ejo, Esanuwa Tipoju, Ebi Power, and the Sakaya Nigeria Yanjawa.
Tinubu, Oribu ti kan yin báyìí o. Oshi ti kan yin o, ebi pa o. Epo tún wà àtúrẹ́ polombi. Baba, bọ́dà kọ́rí búyà sí. Fojú yín fọ́ ni. Ọ̀dẹ̀ ń bẹ̀bẹ̀. Ìríkà ráìsì 1 2 1 3. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣé ti pa ni. Ọlọ́mọ mẹ́jọ mélòó ló. Sóyè ilé yín ni. Bàbá. Ẹ bọ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Ẹ bọ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ o. Ẹjọ́ ọmọ kékeré ṣe eléyìí pọ̀. Ẹ tú wàhálẹ̀ Tinubu èmi ló kàn. Gbèsè yìí pọ̀ o.
Mọ́mí ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ mẹ́ta fún Tinubu.
Kí lẹ wí? Sa ẹgbẹ́ wọ̀nyí lépè. Ẹ sún dànù kí n pàtẹ́wọ́ pa mi ara nínú. Kí ló dé kí ọlọ́tẹ̀ ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù? Ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù.
Mọ́mí ẹ káàsán ma.
Ẹ káàsán.
Ẹ káàsán ma. Ẹ káàsán. Mọ́mí ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ mẹ́ta fún Tinubu.
Kí lẹ wí? Sa e je mo je won yin le pe. E su danu ki n pate ogun àtọwọ́ ni n pa. Ṣe ti lo ebode ni. Ẹ̀yin wá sí Nigeria fe ki pate ogun e je mo je kan mo yin. Ẹ dákun mo yin ti fo mo loje tí ó jẹ lele ni tí mo to mo mi ó jẹ ni mo pàtẹ́wọ́ fún Tinubu ẹ je mo je ẹ so ra yin mo yin so ye mo je sodo.
Nínú báàgì rice kan àti Tinubu ta le máa mú.
Báàgì àti Tinubu mo rice ní jẹ Tinubu dan grade adibo fún ko so wa lore ojú ti Yorùbá ojú ti gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá karo jire ebi pale ja ran di ohun kò de bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run e ka ku ta sílẹ̀ ká mọ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ni o ṣé sí Nàìjíríà ni ẹnìkan débi láwọn ẹni sọ bú ẹkún ni Nàìjíríà àtẹlẹjẹta ni ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ àtẹlẹjẹta ọjọ́ fọ́ọ̀mù ní bíbá yìí ni látẹlẹjẹta lòun ti jẹ nǹkan ó bú ẹkún bíbá yìí ni kò sí bí ọ̀tá 5 naira ó di wàsó ẹyọ kan kò tún sí ẹjẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run tá bá ń ṣe bí pẹ̀lú o ẹbí pẹ̀lú kò sí kankan abọ́ ìdìbò kan di 1,000 abọ́ ìdìbò táwọn ọ̀dẹ́ ní àtàwọn kí gbé pọ́ wọn abọ́ ìdìbò táwọn ọ̀dẹ́ ní àtàwọn kí gbé pọ́ wọn ó di 1,000 naira ẹ ṣàánú ẹ̀kú ní ẹbí pẹ̀lú o ọmọ lọ sí sùkúù mọ́ o kò tó wọ́n kọ́ o epo wọn gbogbo ẹ̀wọ̀n epo wọn lọ sí ìsìn àtà ló wọ́n epo wọn lọ sí ìsìn àtà ló wọ́n ẹ̀wọ̀ yìí sẹ́gbẹ̀dà ní ìsín o ẹbí abẹ́wò Ọlọ́run o ọkọ̀ sànù ọmọ Yorùbá tá a dìbò fún o wọ́n dìbò fún tó wí fún akọ́ni ìṣe yìí o wọ́n láti bò fún o ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣàánú wa o ará nílùú o yìí tí ìjà àárọ̀ o.
Bàbá ní kẹ́ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ipò àwọn máa ṣe wọ́n.
Kọ́ fọkàn balẹ̀ ọjọ́ èyí tí ìjà àárọ̀ ní kí lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ní lọ fọkàn bókè. Wọ́n èyí tí ìjà àárọ̀ o ebi pa mi ará nílùú kí ló dé gánà tẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù ẹ ṣàánú bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù.
Mr. President Bola Tinubu gbogbo wa ló bọ̀ tún fún yín o a rò pé ẹ máa wá assist wa ni ibi power o ṣe bí eri mi nísìn ẹrù tí mo bẹ dé ẹsẹ̀ ni mo fi lè ọkọ̀ yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o owó tí mo mú dání kò lè tó mi dé ibi tí mò ń lọ ìyẹn ni mo fẹ́ sẹ̀sì nísìn lọ dé ibi báyìí ẹ jọ ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù o mẹ̀kúnnù ló jáde ní ọjọ́ yẹn tó vóòtù fún yín ẹ̀mí tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo vóòtù sí yín kó lè dáa fún yín a sì vóòtù yín ibi power o.
ebi pa wá 1,000 ní ráìsì 1,002 ike dìríkà rice 1,002 lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn òróró 5 litre ó di 7,000 Tinubu ṣọ́dá gbogbo kan ti wọ́n nílùú ebi pa wá ẹ ṣàánú àwa mẹ̀kúnnù ẹ ṣàánú wa kébi má pa wá kíyà má jẹ wá.
Ẹ̀sánú wa ẹ̀bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run aṣíwájú torí Ọlọ́run ebi ń pa wá aṣíwájú ebi ń pa wá o dákun torí Ọlọ́run.
I told you it's a long watch. Here you get, and all of you that laughed and put up the laughing emojis, you are forgiven. Because majority of us on this platform, we were labeled enemies of Nigeria. Some of us here were called Omuale. So if you have to sit back now and watch what you were screaming on top of your lungs, right? To prevent, even though you probably have no idea what it will be like or how worse it will be, some people actually had the idea. People like myself, I had an idea of how worse it's going to be. Yeah, to some extent. And from what I imagined, before now, which many of them have now been validated by Thiefnubu, I am now more convinced that whatever you are witnessing right now in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, because you have connection to Nigeria, we all do. Here you get. And all the shege that you believe Nigerians are facing right now, all of us are facing it. And stop lying to yourself. You just probably have a lot of buffer or cushion effect or cushions around you to help you manage the shock. Everybody is in that shock right now, financially, emotionally, mentally. And that is whatever it is to you that is happening in Nigeria today. I have the 100% belief that this is just the beginning. You know what that means? Like, it is going to get worse. And don't let anybody deceive you that it's going to get worse before it gets better. Don't let anybody deceive you. It will get so worse until there are enough people that with some up courage, and put a break. So this, like, end it. If not, Bokwari.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
It is just the beginning. Now let's go to the part 2. Thank you. Let's go to part 2 of what has it been like in the last 1 year of Thiefnubu. Whatever lie you are telling yourself, enjoy it. But the reality is that under Thiefnubu in the last 1 year, everybody don't collect. Here is another long watch collection of the last 1 year.
ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dún yìí báwo ni nǹkan ṣe rí ìyẹn ẹlẹ́ja.
àṣìṣe ibi tó dé yìí ó ti sú wa torí gbà tí ìyá tèmi mú mi lọ ilé ẹja sílẹ̀ kan àbọ̀nà ọ̀ràn sọ́bọ̀ndé ńgbà ya mi máa dá mi lóko wà kọ̀ọ̀kan ló mú lé mi lọ́wọ́ ní ìsìn sọ́bọ̀ndé ti di 20,000 ó ti wọ́n jù sandini 100,000 ní páálí sandini ẹyọ kan àpò méje àbọ̀ ìyẹn ti lé jù.
Nàìjíríà sú wa o ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà everything ti wọ́n everything kọ́ àwọn ti lójoojúmọ́ ni kọ́jọ kọ́ ṣàánú ayé wa o.
àìmọye àwọn tó ń ti pa torí oúnjẹ
àrùn jẹjẹ arúgbó tó kú ti pọ̀ jù. Price of father now is 4,000 naira per ike.
Everybody is receiving it with a tremendous salary. What is happening? I must express my feeling. Everything is so costly to the extent that we cannot even prevent to buy even 1 acre of garri. Formerly, I used to buy 1 acre of garri 300, 250. Even if I do a lot of road, I will buy 200 naira, 150. But now it's 800 naira my price. What is happening?
Kálẹ̀ ẹni pé ẹni orí ọ̀fẹ́ láti rí ẹni tó jẹ́ ààrẹ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà báyìí, kí ni ẹ̀yin lè sọ fún wọn?
A máa nà ni.
Alẹ́ fẹ́ náà.
President wa tó sọ fún wa kọ́ ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Eléyìí pọ̀ jù. Gbogbo wa máa kọ Yorùbá rárá. Ó dójú tì wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó dójú tì wá gan.
Ó lágbára o. Ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ epo 180 naira. Ó di 650. Owó pàṣẹ wọn táyà 50,000 30,000.
770 ni machine.
Ṣé mọ́tò?
Machine boxer. TVS 780. Ẹni bá fẹ́ gbà ní sọlúmẹ́sì ní sí 1.2 ni.
Ìjọ tí ṣòṣèlú kò bá wọn ṣe rí. Yàrá mi ni mo ṣe ń kó ṣòṣèlú ọ̀dàlúrú ni wọ́n. Wọ́n ń bàlùjẹ́ ni. Wọ́n ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní jáde. Àfikọ́ bá là kọ́ àtìrandíran wọn. Tọ́jọ́ ń gbádùn, wọ́n kó wọn ládìbò. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kan bá dìde lórílẹ̀-èdè iná ara ọrùn rẹ̀ máa sọ pa. 100 per litre ló ń tẹ̀ pọ̀. Sọ orí gbogbo ẹlẹ́ṣẹ́ orí ọjà ìlú rẹ̀ máa ṣẹ́wọ̀n gbọ́ èrè kábà tajà lọ́jọ́ la tó máa yáwó lọ sọ́jà gbọ́múlé káńtà la fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ o. Kíjọba bá wá solution ṣe sí ìjọ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Èmi gangan ẹja mò ń tà mí tó jẹja. Mi kì í mẹ́ja sè. Mi kì í mú ẹja sè bó ṣe wà yìí. Ibùn kan tí mẹ́sẹ̀ ráìsì kankan tí ń bá gbọ́ ẹ̀ka àrò ẹ̀ka àsán máa ń dọ̀jì ẹ̀ ni. Mo máa ń gbé pamọ́ ni. Ṣẹ́ẹ̀rì nǹkan tí wọ́n ju ìlú yìí ó sì wá o. Pálí Titus yẹn 100,000 ní báyìí tó jẹ́ Titus white. Èló náírà tẹ́lẹ̀ 17,000 lára pálí tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kóté tí ń lọ 60,000. Tẹ́lẹ̀ máa ra kóté ẹyọ kan 2,500, 2,000. Ṣáwá táǹtà ní 70 naira tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣáwá ti di 700. Ẹ wo gàrí ló wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa 700. 700 ẹ wo kẹ táǹtà ní 700 ní kẹ táǹtà ní 50 naira tẹ́lẹ̀.
Iná nẹ́pà nǹkan ṣe bí iná ń tàn.
Ẹ̀kọ́ ní láàrin oṣù. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ gbogbo ìnira pọ̀, kò sóúnjẹ àtijẹ àti mu, rẹ́ẹ̀sì òṣèkà, ẹ̀wà òṣèkà, ẹja òṣèrà, gbogbo òṣèrà kó jọ̀wọ́ kó torí Ọlọ́run kó bá a sọ ebi ń pa wá.
All I can say about the present day is people are being forced to the war. Tábà léwúrẹ́ tó bá kọ̀ ògiri, á yíjú padà sí wa. Àwọn Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ń fẹ́ yíjú padà báyìí, ìlú ò pararọ rárá. Government should do something before it is too late. We are urging the government to please help the masses. They are there for the help of the masses.
Àgbàdo wọn jù ẹjọ́ eléyìí ti lè jù ó lè jù.
Bàbá wù sẹ́ èmi ló kàn jọ yẹn ó dẹ̀ ti kàn lóòótọ́. Àwa Yorùbá ó jẹ́ Yorùbá ó jẹ́ Yorùbá, Haúsá ó jẹ́ Haúsá. Whoever is going to be there, it's not his permanent seat. Ó máa fi bẹ̀lẹ̀ ǹjọ́ kan.
Ká ní báyìí fẹ́ gba olórí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lámọ̀ràn abẹ́ láǹfààní àti jókòó tí wọ́n báyìí. Kí lè máa ní kọ́kọ́ bá a yanjú?
Ọba wọn àti àmọ̀ràn tí mo lè fún ọ ní pé epo kọ́kọ́ wálẹ̀, nǹkan jíjẹ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kò dì rọrùn.
Ìmọ̀ràn tí mo lè fún ọ ni pé nǹkan jíjẹ yìí kó lọ lẹ̀ nà. Síbi bá kú òlú ìṣẹ̀.
Owó tàgbà rẹ̀ ẹ má bọ̀ wá ká. Àwọn tó lọ́wọ́ ló ṣubú tọmọtọmọ lẹ́yìn o. Tọmọtọmọ lẹ́yìn ó pọmọ yìí ni o. Olùkọ́ òun dẹ̀ ti kú o. Ó ní jẹrin lòun ti jẹun ká ìjẹrin. Bí ọ̀wọ̀ tàbí lọ́wọ́ gbà yẹn ló sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyá yìí. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ sàánú wọ́.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó bá sọ bí mo ló ti lè sọ.
Àwọn bàbá sọ tọ́mọ sọ. Ìgbà wo lè ṣe é?
Ọ̀rọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé láti jẹrin ló ti jẹun jẹyìn. Ó fẹ́ wá gbà mí bí ọwọ́ látàkùnlé kó láti jẹrin ní jẹjẹ. Láti jẹrin ló ti jẹun báyìí. Ó fẹ́ wá gbà mí ọjà bí ọwọ́ tà látàmúlòkó ńlọ ṣubú lulẹ̀. Àtọmọ mẹ́ta, ọmọ tó mú yàn láyà rẹ̀ ó nìyẹn kò jẹ́ nǹkan kan. Ó péǹtì
ó làwọn èèyàn ló fi rescue ẹ̀mí ọjà náà dáwọ́ jọ fún un tí ọ̀tá ló wá bá mi látàmúlò láti jẹrin ló ti jẹun gbẹ̀yìn nínú ọjà àbá ìṣó olóògbé ló ṣubú sí iná dáwọ́ jọ fún tẹ̀wọ́ yìí dáwọ́ jọ fún tẹ̀wọ́ yìí àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ ní kókó ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ àfin tó gbé fún tó mú àti mílíkì ọmọ rẹ̀ ní mú kókó lọ́wọ́ yìí tó gbé dání ọmọ wúmà yìí ni tó ṣubú lẹ̀ tó yọ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ní ó náà tún ní àwọn bí òrà bì àgbọ̀ lẹ́ti jẹ́kẹ́ àti jẹ́kẹ́ sọ sókè ká gbọ́. Mọ̀sùkún àgbọ̀ lẹ́ti jẹ́kẹ́ ọmọ yẹn aṣubú yìí láti jẹ wọn ti jẹ kẹ́yìn wọn náà kọ wọn náà ti jẹ kẹ́yìn jọjọ náà láti jẹ yín náà ni.
ayé já ọmọ ayé kulẹ̀ lásìkò tí ìṣòro bá dé o ìwọ lálábẹ́nu àṣà sí o bàbá lásìkò tí ìdààmú bá dé máa gbọ́ná ẹ̀gbọ́n jábúrò kulẹ̀ lásìkò tí ìṣòro bá dé sẹ́ ìwọ lálábẹ́nu àṣà sí o bàbá.
Yara na biyar marayu ne babansa Allah ya mai rasuwa kanin ma ya rasu babban wan ma ya rasu ba wani mai tallafa mana.
Wasu me suka sha suka mutu?
Kwanan su hudu ba su ci abinci ba sai baba su ta dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri saboda sun ishe ta da kuka cikin su ba komai suka dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri suka sha duk sun mutu malam.
Iki muke nema Allah ka taimaka mana ya taimaka mana. Muna neman abinci ba mu da abinci ga yara yan dudu don Allah don annabi a taimaka mana mu ma.
Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dún yìí báwo ni.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
Last 1 year, just 1 year, people were collapsing. There were people that actually died because they couldn't feed. I'm talking about dying of starvation, dying of hunger. There were some others who were just collapsing on the road. A pregnant woman collapsed on the road. When they asked her what could be the problem, she hadn't heard for days. See that man that dressed up, he's out there. Nobody knows. Maybe he was actually going to work or something. He was confused. That man, they was given a plate of rice. That was Thiefnubu's 1 year. That nobody can use English language or grammar or phonetics to change. That is what Nigeria is in the last 1 year. A lot happened to Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. But you see, when it comes to the food inflation, it's destroyed so many lives, so many families. Take a look at this. Meanwhile, there is a budget. Listen, there is a budget sort of a report on Thiefnubu's actions and inactions, the promises and the failure of last 1 year. They put it this way so that you can have that like in context, their own way. So fiscal economic policies, the Thiefnubu is floating the naira as we speak, but he's denying that. Also, fuel subsidy removal. Thiefnubu made Nigeria, there are Nigerians who believe that the reason why they are going through what they are going through right now, which is necessary. They believe that it is necessary on the part if government can fulfill their own part of the bargain. Removal of subsidy. And then be honest, clear the corruption in the oil sector, save money so that you can reinvest that same money in the economy which can then in return create a viable economy for the people. And in, the sacrifices of maybe a year or two, they will be able to actually catch and reward that. I mean, the reward for that. Here you get. Now, the subsidy remover is officially removed. But reports even from the IMF that is giving Thiefnubu money, the report they have said is that subsidy is not gone. In fact, subsidy now in Nigeria has doubled. Under Buhari, subsidy was, Buhari was paying 450 billion every month for fuel subsidy. And Nigerians were buying liter of fuel at 167 naira per liter. So Thiefnubu removed the subsidy. That jumped to over 700 naira to a liter. So that automatically means Nigeria should be saving at least 4 trillion naira that was being paid to marketers. That Nigeria should be saving the money. Well, in what they are hiding from you today, Thiefnubu's government has now been paying over 9.5 trillion naira every month in order to control how much you buy the petrol for now. Okay? So controlling that is the reason why when the exchange rate, which is the continued floating of naira, when the exchange rates plummet, right? And then Nigerian naira completely crashed. That automatically should have affected the price of a liter of petrol. And to hide that from you, they resorted to what we called dollar subsidy. They were borrowing money, okay, in order to give these importers dollars, which would have ordinarily been a problem that the Central Bank of Nigeria could not manage. So they had to borrow money. And I don't want to go fully into all of the borrowed money anyway. So to Thiefnubu, to the rest of Nigerians who believe him, the reason why they are suffering right now is because Nigeria is no longer paying subsidy, which is a lie. Anyway, Thiefnubu also introduced 50% discount for those who were traveling and then they couldn't afford to travel across Nigeria. So that has been discontinued. Thiefnubu also said they will pay 35,000 naira extra to workers on their monthly wages. That has been discontinued, if it was ever paid at all. Meanwhile, Thiefnubu has increased electricity tariff to raise money. He has enacted data protection law, they say. He has also announced implementation of the Oronsaye report, announced but never implemented. Oronsaye report is so old that if it was to be actually implemented, it will be outdated. But Thiefnubu announced it anyway, without having to touch anything said in that report. So cybersecurity under Thiefnubu, they say Cybersecurity Act of 2024, banks were mandated to levy 0.5% on selected electronic bank transfer. So they retracted that money they wanted to collect from you for Ribadu, which would have given Ribadu a free deep pocket of over 3 trillion naira every year for just, being an NSA to Thiefnubu. So they've said they've done, the federal government distributed 2 billion each state to cushion the effect of a subsidy remover. So they gave some states, they said they gave them to 2 billion. Majority of them said it was never paid. But in this report, they said it's done. He suspended the launch of his, expatriate employment levy, which is to say everybody who has somebody working in Nigeria, or the multinational companies in Nigeria, who have expatriates that works in Nigeria from abroad. So they will pay a certain tax to Nigeria called expatriate tax. Thiefnubu was asking for that, but that has been suspended for now. He said he's establishing infrastructure support fund for states. Okay, they said that too. Another lie. Cushion excise effected tariff amendment order. Customs excise tariff. Thiefnubu has increased the import duty to Nigeria. They have increased that 7 times in the last 1 year. Between January and May 2024 alone, they have increased import duties in Nigeria 6 times. Now, and then they changed the exchange rate as well. So 5% excise tax on telecommunication service, which is the condition given by the IMF before they will give them a loan of $750 million. So they said they have to introduce telecoms tax. Okay, and that is if you make call, if you send text message and all of that, Thiefnubu will collect 5% of your recharge card every time you put that up, kind of. Anyway, at the end of the day, between before Thiefnubu and 1 year of Thiefnubu, crate of egg was 1,200 naira. Today, it is reported to be over 4,000 naira. A carton of Indomie was 2,400 naira. Today, it is over 4,800 naira. Bag of rice was 32,000 naira. Today, it's over 85,000 naira. 12.5 kg cooking gas was 2,000 naira. Today, it is 20,000 naira. A liter of petrol was 167 naira. Today, it is over 700 naira to a liter. In fact, this was actually like before Thiefnubu, Bokwari and all that. Electricity tariff was put at 4 naira per unit. Today, it is 206 naira per unit. Loaf of bread was like 700. Today, you'll get that for 1,500 naira. Sardine was put at 300, but today you would not get it less than 1,200 naira. Well, pig milk was 250. Today, you won't get it less than 700 naira. Well, spaghetti too was 300 naira today. You will actually have to deal with some crumbs for 900 naira. Then the beans, the Rika, was 350. That thing, today you would need 1,100 naira to be able to afford one. A pint of gari was 800 naira before Thiefnubu. It is over 2,000 naira now. And the frozen fish was 700 naira at the time per kilo. Today, you will not get it less than 3,000 naira. And also, and finally, for those who put this together, the certain pieces of tomato was 250. Today, you will be lucky to buy it for 2,500 naira. It is going to get worse. According to them, Nigeria and Nigerians are battling with hyperinflation. And we are talking about over 40% hyperinflation in the last 1 year alone. And you have 7 years to go. Now die, people there. So let's continue from the northern part of Nigeria. Babu Abinshi. They have turned everybody into, just looking for something to eat. Everything else can wait. In everything you do, whatever you are facing, please try and eat. Because eating today is like luxury and it's going to get worse.
Ya sunan shi shugaban kasan Tinubu muna kai kuka gurin Tinubu ya taimaka mana ya dubi girman rigasa muna cikin wahala muna cikin tashin hankali ciwo ya dame mu ba kudin magani ba abin da zamu ci mazajen mu ba aikin yi ƴaƴan mu ba aikin yi in sun taba a kama su a musu cin mutunci dan Allah dan Annabi a taimaka mana a ba mu ƴaƴan mu aikin yi da suke taimaka mana muke cin abinci mun kawo kuka gare ka Tinubu ka taimaka mana.
Ina kira ne ga gwamnati ta duba halin rayuwar da ake ciki yanzu na a anguwan nan namu mutane sukan kwana da yunwa wasu kwanan su 5 wasu kwanan su 4 a kwana a wuni ba a ci ba a sha ba su da abin da za su ci sannan in kana da ɗan kuɗi ƙalilan abinci baya sayuwa. Shinkafa yanzu nan wanda talaka yake iya siye 1,500 ne, garin tuwo 1,600 da 700. Don Allah don annabi ina za a da mu ne, saboda Allah mu dai tun da muke a duniya shekara na 50 kenan ban taba gani irin wannan halin rayuwa da muka shiga halin yunwa ba. Gwamnati muna kira idan ba za ta shigo da abinci ba, mu ba a ce a ba mu kyauta ba, a shigo da abincin a sauƙaƙa ma talaka. Shinkafan nan ta koma ko da 500 ne, garin tuwon nan ko 250 ko 300 ya zauna, ga marayu ga 'ya'ya ga kowa da kowa. Don Allah don annabi gwamnati ta duba mana.
Wasu me suka sha suka mutu?
Kwanan su 4 ba su ci abinci ba, sai babarsu ta dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri saboda sun ishe ta da kuka, cikin su ba komai, suka dafa ruwan zafi da gishiri suka sha, duk sun mutu malam.
Mun fito saboda ba mu da abinci, ni ma ina kwance ne ba da lafiya. Yara na 5 marayu ne, babansu Allah ya mai rasuwa, kanin ma ya rasu, babban wan ma ya rasu. Ba wani mai tallafa mana. Muke neman maga Allah ga wanda Allah ya ba ikon fi sabilillah.
Amma yanzu nawa murin shinkafa yake, kuma wanne kalubale kuke fuskanta?
1,600 kuma ba mu da kuɗin saye, in za ka iya kwanta ne na taso. Wallahi.
Menene kiran ki ga hukumomi domin a tallafa muku abubuwa su yi sauki, ko a tallafa muku da abin da zai rage muku raɗaɗin wannan rayuwa?
Abubuwa da yawa. Abubuwa ba abinci, ba kuɗin saye, ba abinci ya sauko ƙasa, mu samu ga tsada. In za ka nan kan gwiwa ta karaya 3 ne, wallahi daga Allah ba wani. Nake neman taimakawa ga 'yan uwa musulman Allah, fi sabilillah a taimaka mana.
A gare ni marayu guda 7 na rantse da Annabi Muhammad. Qur'ani bara nake ci da su kamar wayannan, kaga tsaya ka ga mata, kaga 1 2 3 4 5 6 maza 3 8. Na rantse da Annabi Muhammad sai na yi bara in ba su.
Yanzu me kuke so?
Taimako.
Kamar na me da me?
Na abinci kawai, na abinci. Na abinci ya tsada yanzu kwanan raushe mu da tuwo. Daddawa babu, daddawa kun kasa ya a banza ba a tuwo. Gari, wallahi tallahi rabonmu da tuwo ya kai wata 3. Wallahi sai dai mu je mu sai taliya bashi. Taliya bashi haka muke sai taliya guda 2. 500 kuma mai ma wani sa'in haka muke dafawa da gishiri. Tun da nake ban taba ganin haka ba, ya taimako muke so.
Kika ce tun da kike kamar shekarun kenan, tun da kike baki taba ganin menene ba?
Ban taba ganin irin wannan ba.
Me kenan?
Ban taba ganin irin wannan ba. Ni sannan sarduna yayin sarduna sannan ina shekara ta 12.
Sunana Maryam, na fito daga Garara Gasa. Dan Allah muna kira ga gwamnati da 'yan kasuwa. Wannan yanayi na rayuwa da muke ciki a taimaka, a tallafa mana, a duba halin da muke ciki. Yau garin tuwo naira 1,700 ake saida mana da loka guda. Taliya naira 500 kwaya ɗaya. Dan Allah dan annabi a taimaka, a tausaya mana, a duba mana kukan talakawa. Gwamnati talaka suka zaɓe ta, dan Allah a taimaka mana.
To masu bibiyan mu kun dai yadda bayan Allah nan suka tofa albarkacin basin su da kuma matsalolin da yake damu su, suna magana a kuma waɗanda suka tafasa gishiri suka sha suka mutu. Da fatar gwamnati da masu hannu da shuni za su yi tallafi domin a ceto rayuwar waɗannan bayan Allah. Allah ya sa mu dace.
Bàbá Tinubu àríṣẹ́ ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́. Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́. Arákùnrin ta ló ń bọ̀ wá. Àwọn alágbè yìí wọlé ẹjọ́. Ẹ mẹ́jà rígírẹ́tì ẹjọ́. Bàbá ẹjọ́. Ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́ bí tí.
Old woman don fall. Old woman. Mama, no kill yourself. Kiankuri, no kill yourself. No kill yourself. Kiankuri. See children for ground. See everybody. Now they fight up and down.
Ẹ ṣàánú orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ọ̀gá ògo ẹ ṣàánú orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ẹ ṣàánú wa, ẹ ṣàánú ọmọdé, ẹ ṣàánú àgbà, ẹ ṣàánú mẹ̀kúnnù, ẹ ṣàánú àwọn tí ò nípá, àwọn tí ò lólùrànlọ́wọ́. Ọ̀gá ògo ẹ ṣàánú wa o, ẹ̀yin nìkan ṣoṣo náà nìrànlọ́wọ́ wa o, ẹ ṣàánú o, Olódùmarè ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ ṣàánú. Igbo bueno. Igbo bueno. Igbo bueno, Igbo bueno, Igbo bueno. Igbo bueno. That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission.
That is the recap of Thiefnubu's 1 year. Anything else anybody tells you, they are only trying to finger your brain. And if you think you can still endure for another 1 year, congratulations. And if your own is to endure for another 8 years, well, so be it you. But what I have now noticed is that one true emperor. You see, those who told us that we are going to cry for 8 years. Now, I am so surprised, Baba, that they are now the ones, when you now tell them that, this whole thing now, it remains 7 years. So when we say that, it can't be like say they said we are cursing them. They are now fighting us. And I'm like, I don't even understand. This used to be the free line now. On your mandate we shall stand, Jagaban. On your mandate we shall stand, Jagaban. Then when you tell them that it remains 7 years, so then the next thing they turn it into a fight. I said, it's just like a reminder. Asari, you remember that Asari one where it's like this
is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You gotta trust man. Adam. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
Easy. Even Asari, when the shege hit him, Asari spoke in tongue. And when I say the shege, everybody gets in their own category. You get some people that believe that, there are some people that believe that once Thiefnubu become their president, their call will just begin to drop number from the sky. Food will come down, as if to say na call open shop for them. What do you call it? There will be security. Person will choose Boko Haram sympathizer, a Boko Haram member, shitty man. As his vice, will fight terrorism. Oh, report Yawiri. Someone, because sometimes some of you, people at home no say, una de mad. Because how the combination will work, I have no idea. Unfortunately, a year after that, here we are today, and they are currently feeling like, are you mocking us? No, I am supposed to be in the morning mood with you. 7 years to go. I hope you will remember that. 7 more years to go. Kolu was in Lagos to go and recommission Third Mainland Bridge. Okay, this is a road that was reconstructed. They have been using it, but because they wanted to show that Kolu is working, they took him to Lagos. He said 3 days working visits. They now shut most part of the route around the area. Papa, even ambulance. If that's how you will know that. I don't know if I should say that today, Sha. Anyway, Nigeria is dead. All of them are trying to revive a dead horse. We'll see how you abracadabra, how long it will take you. How many of you say blood and the future of your children would have to be sacrificed to wake up this dead imaginary giant or giant of Africa? The president was commissioning a refurbished bridge and they shut down routes. Baba, emergency service in traffic light because Thiefnubu was coming to come and cut a tape and take pictures at the tail end of a Third Mainland Bridge.
So, only in Nigeria, an ambulance is stuck in traffic because the president is passing and they have blocked all the roads. Only in Nigeria. Just look at it. This is an ambulance rushing to the hospital, but it's stopped because Mr. President is passing. This is rather unfortunate, and this only happened in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Very sad.
Because your rulers are criminals. They have to take themselves away from you. They don't want any surprises. Even though they know that majority of you are already captured, mentally captured, physically captured too. But they still don't want to trust you. And that is why they have to treat you that way. You become more dangerous to them, and they don't like surprises. But that could be somebody who needed an emergency medical care, or somebody already in the ambulance, but there you were. Only Nigeria. Right? So they send somebody to NTA. Like I told you, this is the kind of thing they share or discuss on their television in Nigeria right now about Thiefnubu. But somebody said, why must he be an Igbo man? They sent to go and do this again. I say, oh, are you living in denial that there are no Igbos? Inside this one Nigeria, are you kidding me? Stop acting surprised, man. Those who will do everything to sabotage the conversation around equity, justice, and fairness, something that is lacking in that contraption, that has subjected the Igbos to this systemic profiling. Haba, do you think they did all of this to the Igbos without the support of Igbos who parade themselves as your leaders? So when you see them on TV, on screen, defending APC, defending all the atrocities, stop acting surprised. Because when we say those who are more interested in the Igbos remaining in this contraption, they are not the Yorubas, they are not the Fulanis, they are not the Hausas, they are those saboteurs, the Igbos, who are getting their own little crumb from this Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. They are the ones that will tell them, our youth, kill them. And this, do this. That is why they are all mostly inside the APC, where the xenophobia against the Igbos is more pronounced. There are Igbos who are members of APC. Don't act surprised. 2 states in eastern Nigeria controlled by APC. Is it not even more than 2? Ebonyi and Imo. These are people that will also ensure that their own part, any role they have to play, okay, in defending the failing or the failed system of Nigeria. They will put on the red cap, appear like a proper Igbo, and then they will be spewing rubbish, even though they do not represent the interest of the majority of the Igbos. And that's something a lot of us need to pay attention to. People like this, just like if you see a Fulani man on your screen right now, or a Hausa man on your screen, or a Yoruba man on your screen, defending Nigeria, these guys don't represent any of these ethnic nationalities. They are only using them as their own meal tickets in getting their own share from the Nigeria largesse. Their tribe or their ethnic or their religion, which they don't believe in, they are just meal tickets for them. So they will dress up and spew rubbish like this with confidence.
Area of roads, look at the areas of health, look at the areas of solid mineral, as well as agriculture. The president is doing great. And mind you, it's only 1 year. And all over the world, you cannot use 1 year to really say how an administration is going. But 1 year, this 1 year has been a lot of blessing to this country. If you go to US, Biden has been there for 4 years, but the economy has not really been that great. But for President Tinubu to triumph in 1 year, we know there are pains in the country. But still yet, things are moving gradually well. And I bet you, with all these policies that have been set up, the foundation has been laid. Within the next 2-3 years, Nigeria will become great again. All right,
nuisance, Lele. You get that. So don't be walking yourself up and turn around. For example, after listening to that that old rogue, then you turn around and say, this is why, you see, I told you, all these Igbo people, they are just pretending about Biafra. Come on, give yourself some sense or some senses. That person doesn't speak for the Igbos. He speaks for people like him whose survival solely depends on them still being part of Nigeria and being called elders or elder statesmen. That's where they feed from. And most of them are subordinate to the states they come from. So when they call meeting of elders, they don't speak for. That man didn't speak for the Igbos, the real Igbos who are the victims of this Thiefnubu's last 1 year, the Igbos who have been the victims of APC's last 9 years. That guy is not speaking for them. And that's the same way, if you see any Yoruba dot, any Yoruba weary on your screen, saying something about this, they don't represent or speak for the Yorubas. These are those who speak for themselves. It's easier. How could anybody be in Nigeria right now and at least pretend that the only people who don't like Thiefnubu are those who didn't vote for him? Those who are complaining about Thiefnubu today, they are only those who lost the election. How could anyone say that to you? You that is a direct victim. You are experiencing it right now. Your business is struggling. You are struggling financially. You are struggling, medically. A lot of you are going through a lot. Just like others who are complaining. others that you are hearing their complaint, those who are cursing and cursing APC, cursing Thiefnubu, what you are going through, they are going through it. But somebody is telling you that, oh, don't mind them. The reason why they are, at least all of us should just live within our means. All of us this, all of us that. But these criminals continues to take care of themselves. But when it comes to you, you have to sacrifice. How could anybody say that to you? And you said, thank you, Jare, my brother. Farmers are losing. If they are not losing, they are not just losing their farms and their hard work, they are losing their lives. Poultry farmers are all this, I mean, in the last 1 year, they have recorded the worst and the greatest year, most of them. So why are you pretending that, oh, now because it's because they did not vote for him? They are the people who will never, they never liked Thiefnubu, they will never like him. Even if Thiefnubu gave them their eyes. Babashe, Thiefnubu gave you his own eyes. Are you getting Thiefnubu's eyes? Or you are just trying to tell everybody to live with your cope mechanism? I've been a coping mechanism. Coping mechanism. Anyway, I think I'm stressing it, or I'm stressing myself, right? Well, that's what I do. It is just to continue to remind all of us that nobody, no single one of us, except those who have access to the free money that these criminals are looting, sharing in the name of different bogus projects, this, that, gone. Trillions of Nigerian naira, most of them borrowed. Nigeria has no production. Nothing has improved when it comes to production in Nigeria. Electricity is at its worst and the lowest. You know it. I know it. I know it. All of us know it, but they want you to see it differently. Oh, you need to be positive. You need to love Nigeria. Oh, it is because all of you are talking on social media every day. Give me a sec. I'll take care of one Ashiri here. So that it won't be... Sorry, I'm coming on. I'll put something up first. Anarchy. Anarchy.
Anarchy loans. 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 Anarchy loans.
Anarchy looms. I'm not kind of like going to say the Dabi Moshe does. I am talking about those whose lives are completely worthless. Nobody's life should be worthless. But we have voluntary slaves. I mean, those ones who want you to not see all of these things that affect you, whether you are a northerner, a southerner, a Christian, a Muslim, or even an atheist. Everybody they collect as we speak. But there are some Olori Brukus Dabi Moshe does, voluntary slaves, who have spent the last 1 year to make every sort of criticism or every outburst of people in reaction to what Thiefnubu and his gang are doing to you. There are those who have kind of make it their own duty to turn it into Yoruba versus Igbo. Even though gradually majority of them are disappearing, but I promise you that they are not really going to disappear totally. So if I see them on TikTok, if I see them on Facebook or YouTube, when they come here, drop their comment and say things like, or try to push the blame and say, what have you done? It's because you hate Nigeria. Baba, I am not the one who decided to go and borrow $3.3 billion with a $12 billion worth of crude oil as collateral just because they wanted to defend the naira, where a country where no investment is made in generating and distributing electricity. No investment is made in investing in the manufacturing sector. But they went on and borrowed money to defend naira by giving the money to their friends. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who went on to go and borrow 4 trillion naira and then started sharing the money. 200 billion for the judges, 250 billion for the National Assembly to buy cars and renovate their National Assembly. Another 150 billion for the lawmakers, National Assembly lawmakers, for them to settle down. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who wanted to use 5 billion to buy a yacht. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that used the 45 billion to buy cars for his wife, when majority of you were now being kicked out of your school because you can't afford school fees. It wasn't me, right, who not creating any job, but actually watched the major pharmaceutical manufacturing companies left Nigeria, dumped majority of you into the unemployment market, and at the same time skyrocketed your medical the cost of your medical supply. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who went to New York and spent over $600,000 on Olosho and drinks. It wasn't me. It wasn't me when majority of you can't feed well, right? That continue to increase the import tariff, which in a nutshell, when importers pay more on what they bring into Nigeria, you that will have to pay and buy, who have to buy them, you have to pay more. That wasn't me. It wasn't me that devalued your currency. It wasn't me that joined those who are actually stealing your crude oil. That today, none of you can actually say how much is Nigeria making from crude oil, or how much has Nigeria made from crude oil. That wasn't me. So don't come to me and ask me, what have I done? What do you want me to do? To tell everybody that everything is going to be all right, when I know it's never going to be all right? That wasn't me. So and let me tell you this. Majority of those that used to be like this, your uncles and aunties, the Ashiris, Alaye Bajes, the Omo Alis, one by one, that some of you are their descendants. The Dabi Moshedas. They existed under Bokwari. A majority of them today are not only so worse off, beggarly. Majority of them can't even come and watch Maiyegun to defend Thiefnubu anymore. And it's not because of me. It is going to be because of you. Okay? I am not the source of your problems. And I will never be part of those that will pity you. So yeah, troll me, call me names, abuse me, feel comfortable. When Thiefnubu finished with all of you, like Bokwari did, probably you will be alive. There are so many profiles on social media today. Majority of them, they were those who were defending APC 8 years ago, 7 years ago. They are not dead. Want it to share, want it badge. Not only that, they can no longer afford phones. They cannot afford the one that will be charging them data. Talk less of them coming to come and watch 3 hours video to defend those that destroyed their life. You don't get it. I am only here to keep your consciousness alive, even if you continue to lie and deny the obvious. Okay? They will send me a video of you. Okay? And I will use your story to teach the Olori Brukus like you that thinks it is because they don't like Thiefnubu. That is why they are criticizing him. Shebi you like Thiefnubu? Shebi you love Thiefnubu? How come your like and your love is not helping Thiefnubu to make your lives better? It's a question. But listen to me. Even Thiefnubu says, anybody that says there should be a change of government, I would like to be polite. Shut up.
If they say they want a change of government, just tell them, we like to be polite, but shut up your mouth.
That's right. Martinelli, I will love to be polite. Yeah, shut up. Don't ask me, what have you done? And what are you doing to? How will you help? I want Olori Bruku Konwa. They were asking me. I remember when some of you Olori Brukus will come and ask me, after you've made your choice, after you've bragged about how your criminal leaders, your own criminal is better than that one's criminal. Your own criminal has a fear of God. That one's criminal doesn't have a fear of God. He mean that's all they do. So when you now do your Olori Brukus, you will now come on social media. You will be looking for those who are looking for validation. Validation from you, Olori Brukus, as well. After you have chosen the Olori Brukus that are going to destroy your life, so then you come on social media. Every time people, you always complain. Who you help? Let me tell you this. I actually used to get emotional about reporting Nigeria. So I started something, and I'm talking about 10 years ago. I was the first person to start giving recharge card ever on any platform that has to do or anything to do with Nigeria. I was the first person. That was 10 years ago. So to me, I was kind of trying to, I always kind of post all the time. So a lot of people kind of see me as, he always criticize, just like that. That's how they knew me, Maiyegun. So some of them started seeing me as, Nigerians now, they started seeing me as activist, human rights activist. So I had to tell them, share Yawiri, tani human rights activist. If you cannot fight for yourself, Baba, then just, I beg, move. Me, this is my own way of fighting for myself, okay? And you can use any other way of your choice too to stand up for yourself, okay? But if you can't, don't think I am going to be your Jesus or I am going to be your savior of anything. That is a total bullshit. It's not going to happen. Okay? I'm nobody's savior, right? So, but I wanted a community where people will understand what these guys were doing to them. So then I will make money. I will call them and I will just say, please send me vouchers of MTN of so amounts, Globe, then I called it the fastest fingers. How many of you remember that 10 years ago? On Maiyegun's diary, fastest fingers. The person who can type the numbers fastest is the winner. And I will do that for like hours. Later, people were like, Nigerians, so, Maiyegun, some people are not getting this voucher. Maiyegun, it is better if you give us money. I was like, okay. I started asking my friends. This was the beginning of me doing crowdfunding online. Oh, this was the genesis of me doing crowdfunding online, right? So I would then ask all my viewers, say, please, anybody who want to chip in? So some people will now message me, Maiyegun, I will donate 50,000 to buy more recharge cards. I will donate 10,000. So one of these days, we were sharing vouchers, up to 200,000 naira vouchers. That was 10 years ago. Life was good, though. Kind of. So we'll share this, but a lot of them will start reporting my page. Whenever they didn't get any of the vouchers, so they will start reporting my page. Fake, he's fake, he's gonna come. I didn't stop. Then people said we should be giving money instead. How many of you remember? I call it bank. I will put my money. I may put like, let's say, 500,000. No joke, for real life. Then other people will contribute money, Baba. If you have like 1 million naira, I will now come under and say, we are going to give 100 people, 5,000. Some will say, no, give it to 50 people, 10,000, kind of like that. So we now form a formula. So then I will come online and then we devise means of who is going to win, how people will win. Baba, I'll be sharing money. I'll be sharing money. Yeah, Maiyegun, God will bless you. Maiyegun, you are a lifesaver. Maiyegun, you are a kinikon. Maiyegun, I was good. I said, I love this man. Even when people are abusing him, some will come and say, see, all of you are abusing Maiyegun. You are here now collecting money. Or kind of like, it was like that. And then others were like, oh, he's just using you to build his page. He's just using you. But there was no money. There was no penny coming from, It was when they shot my Facebook page 5 times. They shot my Facebook page. I would have been one of these guys who are like high flyers on Facebook now, with about maybe 5-10 million followers. For the last 10 years, they shut down my Facebook page 5 times. It was when they were shutting it down. Then people just told me and said, Maiyegun, why don't you just go on YouTube? And I was like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, YouTube is like too technical. No, it's not. Just go there, drop your video. I have been watching most of your videos on YouTube. I was like, no, I'm not on YouTube. Maiyegun, okay, yeah. And I went on YouTube. I share all of the videos I have been doing on my Facebook. Some smart guys were downloading them. They were uploading them on YouTube. They see 100,000 views, 40,000 views. So some of the videos, some of the followers I was getting on Facebook, they were coming from YouTube to look for who is this guy. Cut the long story short, people that didn't win from the money, they started reporting my page. They shut my page down for the last time. So I just shut down for like about 2 weeks. I was done. Then people were like, no, Maiyegun, you can't shut down. No, go to YouTube. Today, YouTube paid me money for something I actually started as a means of protest, of expressing myself against the abnormalities going on in Nigeria, how it is going to affect every one of us, even me as a young hustler then. Then YouTube started giving me money. And I was like, oh, well, if I get paid for something I love doing, then maybe I will never have to work for the rest of my life. But that's not the full story. So I was giving money. Baba, the election came in 2019. Guess those who came to start trolling me and abusing me. You this useless Maiyegun. People when they collect my recharge card, collected millions of naira from me on Facebook. Then they tell me, you will see, nobody will stop Thiefnubu. Boko Haram will do you this shameless Maiyegun. Why don't you come back home? Come back home now. Why don't you come back to here? You sit down abroad. You think say you can tell us what to do? I say, yeah. You. Benny, get out of here. Who you help? If they live abroad like that, they go to think say they know everything. Now we they live for here. Now we did this Nigeria. Nothing they shake APC. I say, hey, even you. Waiting, I just move back like, okay. Then I will now become, I will just become a teacher, somebody that will never stop reminding you. So, emi ko lo ma fi koro so. Mi o nse ni to ma fi ko oro so. Bere lọ́wọ́ àwọn auntie ẹ. Bere lọ́wọ́ àwọn mommy yin, àwọn daddy yin. Those of them who were younger, 10 years ago, they were younger. They were on my platform day and night, reminding me that God will shame me by the time Boko Haram finish and Nigeria is great. Today, what you do, Lushi? Emi lo fe fi koro so. Emi lo ra phone. Na me you dey lo fi fe fi koro so. Don't worry. 8 years ini. I will only pray that Kolorun sha ba mi tori iya ko ba mi da yin si. Majority of you actually wanted this on yourself. Because you know something? A lot of people who knew that things could go haywire like this, majority of them don't jackpot, including some of you who were shouting change, change, change. Next devil, next devil. and renewed shege. Some of you, you've managed to japa, but there are those who are praying for you. What your japa will end like. It's just that nobody so come at the work, unfortunately. Anyway, we won't be reading anything this afternoon. So let me take calls. I can take off for another hour. So that those of you who are in Nigeria who have a chance, most of you are watching me from Nigeria, I call you MVPs. You are most valuable people alive to survive in Nigeria right now. Some said, "Na grace of God." Baba, it's more than just grace of God, though. Because I remember the last time when they sent me the bill of my kids' school fees. I had to pay that twice, by the way. And when I saw the bill, and I screamed, I scram, I even scrum. I said, how are we going to do this now? I said, by the grace of God, Maiyegun, you will be able to pay. That's not how she said it. By the grace of God, Daddy Kofo, you'll be able to pay. I said, grace of God will pay it. Are you sure? He said, no, grace of God. I said, now, please let me thank grace of God, okay, when it is paid, And guess what she said? No, what are you saying? I said, I thought you said the grace of God will pay it. So no, I said, by the grace of God. Don't play on my intelligence, okay? Grace of God don't pay bills. Somebody will pay it. And that's what you intentionally called grace of God. No, there is no free food, not even in Freetown. Do you understand? If you see anything free anywhere, it's not free. Somebody is picking up the tab. Somebody is paying for it. You just need to find who and show the appreciation. And if you have anything to do to relieve them of that pressure, please do. And stop defending criminals. So let me take calls. So I'm going to put you on a short hold, okay? And I'll come back and take calls. So we won't be reading today, unfortunately. So I want to go and say thank you to my brother, my person, Oshifeso. I know you also put a message there. That's quite generous of you. And yeah, thank you. Hello, Maiyegun. Mr. Dele Ogun, author of Fatherless People, told me he reached out to you. He said he'll be happy to come on your show. He sent you a message on WhatsApp. I recommend this book, The West and the Rest of Us by Chinwezu. Yeah, I am not so very regular on my WhatsApp, Baba. That is one of my weakest points. A lot of people have been sending me messages there that I won't even see for weeks. I have a message for Dr. Dele Ogun as well, Mr. Dele Ogun. Okay, we are inviting him to the Yoruba Union Igbimoma Jacoba Summit in August, and I've been told to extend a formal invitation to him. Okay, please add that to my message. That not only that I would love to host him here, in fact, I would actually love to host him physically. That would be during the Yoruba Summit in Glasgow in August. So we would love to host him too, okay? And I'm glad to say that here now because that has been the plan, and it's been an assignment given to the team that we should reach out. We should reach out to him. So that would be great if his message is in my WhatsApp number, okay? I will reach out to to him. Thank you so much as well for your generosity, for your super chats. Okay, I will be back. Let me go. Just kind of have a tea break, sort of. Thank you. So my line, or the line, is open now. And yes, I can take calls. I also have one announcement to make. I know some of you care so much about my safety. So every time you want me to be discreet about some certain things, I appreciate that a lot. But listen, one of the things that has kept, have kept people from really acting on, on their callings, so to say, is fear. And generally all over the world, even in this UK that I live, the establishment all over the world loves to push fear as part of their agenda by telling you something will happen to you. These things you are doing, you need to be careful. All of us need to be careful about our lives anyway. So because of this, some people want me to be like, no, come on. There is always the fear, and it's called the fear of unknown. I am human. I can be worried just like everyone else. And that kind of make me to be extra careful, not just about my surrounding, also with the kind of people I relate with. Okay? So when I tell you something, it's because I am comfortable enough to share them and capable enough as well to protect myself. And after that, anything else that happens probably, well, is willed. So ladies and gentlemen, brethren in the temple, I will be in London tomorrow. I mean, by this time tomorrow, I should possibly be mingling and maybe rounding up my trip to London. Igbo Remembrance Day. Igbo Remembrance Day is the day set aside by the Igbos, by the Southeasterners, the Igbos, in remembrance of those who died in the Nigeria-Biafra genocidal war. This is their way, okay, of paying respects to their loved ones, ancestors that fell during that time. Nigeria would want them to forget, because every time and every year, it sort of kind of, it strikes this spirit of patriotism, oneness in majority of the Igbos, even if they disagree on so many things. So it's a solemn day, a day to remember that we are all mortals. One day, all of us will be remembered, just like we are remembering those that were slaughtered, killed needlessly, just to keep this Nigeria one. And you don't even have to be an Igbo to attend such. It is called Solidarity March, and to remind the rest of the world that what they killed millions for, or what millions died for, in 1967 to 1970, the persecution of the Igbos, the state-sponsored profiling of the Igbos, that led to that needless, murderous campaign, still exists today in Nigeria, 50 years after the supposed end of that war. Majority of those who later in Nigeria became the rulers of Nigeria or the ruiners of Nigeria, majority of them did not end the war. The war might have ended physically, but mentally, they were still fighting it. And at every given opportunity, they never miss. Policy-wise, including military campaigns, under different guise and names, just an opportunity to kill the Igbos. They find means to justify this all the time. And so many of you agree with them to excuse them on this campaign of ethnic profiling. Give it what you can give it. The Igbos are not cooperating. The Igbos are stubborn. The Igbos are very this. The Igbos are proud. The Igbos are loud. The Igbos this, the Igbos does. Just to justify the murder. Even the Igbos themselves, they have people who are Igbos that also justifies what Nigeria is doing to them, because our people are too loud. Our people are too noisy. Our people they too like to, our people. In that contraption, what led to the bloodbath of 1967 to 1970 still exists today. And Nigeria is still afraid to actually discuss it. And we shouldn't inherit the enmity that these men who continue to fight this war in their heads, they want me and you, they were born after all of that, to carry it on as their legacies. No, we won't. So you don't have to be Igbo. You don't even have to come from the eastern part of Nigeria, right? Before you can join in solidarity. They came for the communists. I looked away because I am not a communist. They came for the Christians. I looked away because I am not a Christian. They came for the Muslims. I was like, no, it's none of my business because I'm not a Muslim. Yeah, they came for, I'm coming down there. So they came for the Yorubas. Because I'm not Yoruba, it's none of my business. So I'll look away. They came for the Igbos. Since I am not Igbo, why should I be worried? They deserve it. So it's none of my business. Yeah? They came for everyone except me. Then they came for me. There was no one anymore to speak for me. So you don't have to be Igbo before you can acknowledge the systemic, state-sponsored profiling. That's more or less like the policy of states. Well, somebody said, the more you try to punish the Igbos, the more you punish Nigeria. If you increase tariff, if you tax them, if you demolish their businesses, if you do this and that just to try and cut them out, you see, they can't be cut off because it's going to be you, the non-Igbos, the Igbos and non-Igbos alike, the Nigerians that will pay for every economic target on the Igbos. It has never worked. It will never work. This contraption. I don't know. That's just like my TED talk. Okay? So I'm going to be in London tomorrow, and it's going to be a march here from the parliament, the UK parliament, and then down straight to Downing Street. And I think they are also going to go to the Nigeria embassy, the Nigerian house in London. So I'm going to follow them to a few places. Depends on, the time available. And of course, I am inviting you. If you have any hour off, if yours is kind of to join them in the morning, you're welcome. If yours is to possibly join us in the noon, the midday kind of, you're also welcome as well. And then, if you come across, and this is not just in London or in the UK, okay? It's happening all over the world. And possibly when I come back here to Glasgow, I'll be able to do a few reports on that. So thank you so much, Joe. Again, I'm sorry that those of you who are calling in and I was talking, it's just like it sort of rang out, Abby. So you can still try again now and I can take your call. The line is open. So thank you so much, everyone. And indeed, hang on, no, there's something I need to take off. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much as well, Waski Henry, listen, or if you are watching me from the United States, right? Do you know that you can now buy me a coffee? That's a thing, okay? Whereby you can directly sort of support me, support my platform, okay? Financially. Let me see if I can control the link. So I was sent a link, or let me say, a sign up link where people can actually like give me like $5, $10, $20, $1,000. I'm joking, okay? But it's called buy me a coffee. So you can buy me 2 cups for $10. You can buy me 4 cups, and I drink tea a lot. So I'll leave the link in the comments, okay? So yeah, what's your reaction? How do you rate Thiefnubu in the last 1 year between 0 and 10? That's my question, or the one I miss out of all the things I've said, okay? So how do you rate Kolu, by the way? Hello.
Yeah, hello. This is Benga from Texas.
Did you say Emeka from Texas?
Hi, Emeka Benga.
Benga, Baba, no vex.
Oh, some people call me Emeka anyways. So
I'm just going to call you Benga because it's better I don't misrepresent you myself. How you doing, Baba?
Okay. I do. So, so I want to congratulate the Tinubu administration. So they managed to achieve something nobody else has achieved in the last, how many years? 30, 40 years.
Okay.
They managed to change the anthem back to the British, the anthem that the British people gave us.
That too, Baba. Back to slavery.
Back to slavery. So I think maybe what they need to do now.
That's what we're going to be singing now with pride.
Yeah. So maybe the National Assembly people too have to leave and just let the British come over and just take care of everything.
That too.
Yeah, but seriously, this is what I think anyways. I think the Arise of Compatriots anthem was given to us under Obasanjo. So I'm thinking maybe these people are trying to figure out a way to rubbish Obasanjo's achievements. That's kind of like what I think, because I really can't fathom any.
It is possible. They can be that petty. Yes, they can.
It can be that petty. So I don't even think. I mean, at this point in time, is it an anthem that's really a problem?
Nigeria.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much, Bengane. Baba. Thank you so much, Baba. You have a good one, sir.
You too.
Grand one. So, is it the national changing of national anthem the problem of Nigeria right now? Of course, it is not, but it is the problem of Thiefnubu for whatever obvious reason. Have you seen it? I don't know if we're, you know, they are already, they've put together a committee, the committee that is going to teach Nigerians this new anthem. Okay, so the committee is expected to deliver its work in the next 6 months to ensure that everybody complies. Okay, everyone complies with the new order. And I don't know how much the budget is, but your guess is as good as mine. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello dear, Baba
Ngalielie. Maiyegun, Baba. How you doing this afternoon, sir?
Baba, I dig galant. I dig galant. Baba, I just wake up this morning. I just hear tears. I just hear everybody come.
You know, to pariwola ro ibayi see. Are we not supposed to be celebrating?
Baba, please, I beg. I know I keep asking you. I know I'm a very troublesome person, Baba. John, through your love, let me play that video for them again, Baba. Please, you know that video. I will further slow down the economy. I will reduce their purchasing. You know that one that they were clapping like Olori Burukus?
I remember. I'll look for it. I will look for it. It's no longer on my file, but I'll look for it.
Baba, by
Further
now,
slow down the economy.
Baba, by now, we should be looking for award. You see, by now, Baba, by now, Tinubu should be refusing award by now. He should be refusing award. He should be turning down award by now. That you know what?
Like it's too much award for this success, right? For this kind of success.
He has delivered on his election campaign promise. He has delivered. He has delivered on why are people crying? He said he's going to slow down your economy. He said he's going to reduce your purchasing power. He said he's going to widen your tax net. And in less than 1 year, he has done all that. For God's sake, are you people not supposed to be clapping for this man?
I've not been seeing it that way. I've not seen it that way. He has actually delivered, though.
He delivered now. Come on, bro. Maiyegun, why are we doing this now? We should be praising this.
Because people heard all of that. They heard all of that, right? And they still said, we can continue to cry. He will do his so and so. So we shouldn't even be complaining then.
Baba, we should give this man an award, like Onafunnuga award.
How did you do it?
Yeah. Like how in less than 1 year he don't finish work already.
Baba, who does that?
Finish work already.
It's like a who does that of a thing.
You know what I mean?
But Baba, can we actually really see it as a success in reverse then? Like something in reverse. So he told them, of course, he won there. He said, I'm going to do this so and so, okay?
Success in reverse. Success in about turn, no. Success in upside down, no. Success, Baba, anyway you want to look at it, Baba. He made a promise. Baba, it doesn't matter whether that promise was evil promise or good promise. Baba, he promised. Baba, when Baba, please, Maiyegun, please. When Kolu was talking, you know that video, that our favorite video.
Which one?
When Kolu was talking, that one that he says he's going to slow down the economy.
Yeah.
When he was talking, did you hear anybody complain? Did you hear anybody shout or complain?
No, they clapped for him. They clapped.
Baba, they clapped. So that means they were happy.
They shared him too.
Baba, they were happy with his promises. If you remember that
particular, didn't even understand that, Sha.
Baba, that particular video was not a campaign video. Sorry, it was not an open, like an outside, like it wasn't a rally. He was discussing with businessmen. He was discussing with multi-billion naira organizations. They were, God bless you. He was sat with investors when he meet, and those Olori Burukus, they clap for him. Now he's destroying their businesses, he's demolishing their
homes, their businesses,
and they're crying when you already told them that he's going to do just that, and they clap for him to your Lord.
He said it.
You know, why are you Nigerians? Why
if we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we'll take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the
Martinelli.
Baba, so please now tell me now, what has he not done?
So why are we surprised now?
Why are we crying? Yes.
So if you want to rate Thiefnubu, then how are you going to rate him from 0 to 10? Baba,
in my honest opinion, Tinubu has delivered 100. I'm going to rate Tinubu 100%. If it's over 10, he has gotten 10 over 10.
So it's 10.
Baba, he has delivered. If you don't know Tinubu very well, go and ask people who live in Lagos. I'm not talking about the Agbero, so I'm not talking about the Olori Burukus who are begging. Go and ask people. Ask business owners, people who are working, people who are waking up early. Go and ask those people what Tinubu did in Lagos for 8 years. Tinubu did not complete one single project. Tinubu, he started so many projects. Tinubu did not complete one single project in 8 years. And that is what it's going to do in Nigeria. Say you want to do mumu ticket, no problem. Enjoy yourself. When you finish enjoying yourself, you let us know.
Then we can.
Say una don't they gather again for 2027. The figure you people saw in 2023 is not enough. You are already converging for 2027. This is somebody who was able to rig out everybody, who was able to buy the entire system before he even became the #1 man in Nigeria. And you are telling me he's going to sit down and watch you people remove him as a sitting president. When you people are ready to wake up from your slumber, you know the number to call.
We shall be here. Martinelli.
I cannot thank you enough for all you do. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless you.
Thank you too. Okay.
I appreciate you. Stay blessed, Baba. Like button, guys. Like button. Come on,
man.
Like
God bless you. That's Martinelli, ladies and gentlemen. These are people who continue to remind all of us that elections have consequences. Actions have consequences too. So you have to be very careful about your actions, either by association or just from your own primary intention, which is coming from what we can say a delusion. Actions have consequences, and everybody needs to own up. Okay. Now, if you are the type who is going to do it everything, I mean, who's going to do the same thing again and again, then expect a different result. I am here to tell you that it doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. We will all be responsible. And if we want to be irresponsible, great. The consequences of our actions and our inactions, I promise you, will make us responsible. You will become responsible for your actions. And repeating them thinking, the sky daddy is going to make them go away, also is not real. So the reality is that when you are done deceiving yourself, then you begin to act real. Because if you do the same thing again and again, you won't get a different result. You are going to get a mutated problem, a problem of your own, maybe not your own total creation, but your enablement, which will mutate to something that a lot of you will be like, it's impossible to actually resolve anymore. Now only God can do them now, because we don't even understand again. So you won't lie to yourself on Maiyegun's Diary Political. If you have been lying to yourself before, we would say it as it is, and you will change. You are never going to continue as a closet abobaku, closet voluntary slave, because that is a selfish decision. That consequences is not limited to you, whether you are young or old. The consequences of your action is not limited to you. So we will make you responsible. Here is another caller, yeah? Hello.
Hey, am I so lucky today,
Yes, you are. Me too, by the way.
Oh my God, it's me, Flora.
Hey, milady. I mean, you know something I love so much, or I always longed for towards the end of my broadcast.
Yes.
Is that last message? It's like you kind of have that saved somewhere, right?
Yes.
Sending love to you and your family. I see that every time. I'm like, yeah, that's Flora signing out. How are you, ma?
No, Maiyegun. Hey, is it me talking with you? Are you sure?
It's you and mine. I mean, myself.
Listen, Maiyegun. My matter, about Nigeria. We won't finish it today.
We can start it.
Look.
You know the finish.
Maiyegun. Maiyegun. Anyway, let me first of all thank. Really, everybody, they've been saying it. Honestly, I don't know how you did this, but may the Lord strengthen you.
Amen.
It is an eye-opener. A lot of things I have learned from you. Do you know that time we came in? I came as if we knew. We were the ones that left about, let's say, 29 years ago. We saw the handwriting.
Wow.
Oh, there was a door opened and we all came. My husband just packed all of us. We all came here.
Let's move.
You know, Well, unfortunately, well, my husband passed on in 2020. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yes, okay. When he started doing business to Nigeria, Maiyegun, that was in the year 2000. I said, look, I don't want anything to bring problem between us. But he said that's what he wanted to do. He started. Everybody here was saying, what kind of golf do you people have to be doing business to Nigeria? I'm talking about 2000. Oh.
Wow.
So he went, well, we succeeded, but everything you are saying now happened then.
So it's not really totally new for those who have lived long enough.
It's just that people were not, maybe because of this internet, people were really not putting attention. The same thing that we heard, Nigeria will be good money. And Maiyegun, I'll be 63 this year, August. So I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. But I knew it. As soon as I packed all my children, I said, Nigeria, bye-bye. I have never, ever had intention. I said, I'm praying. I still have family there. Let it be good for them.
You know something, ma? You know something, ma?
Yeah.
When you just said that, okay, you'll be 63 this year, I just did this quick math in my head. You left Nigeria in your 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, it was actually like, if we all of us in our late 20s and early 30s right now, embarking on a jackpot, you is a stark reality to tell all of us that jackpot from Nigeria doesn't mean that we are separated from the problem of Nigeria. And it doesn't matter how long you've left, it will always follow us everywhere.
Follow big time. It will follow.
29 years. That's something you spoke 29 years ago.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yes.
And somebody in his own 20s or 30s believes that if something is not done now, another 30 years from now, we will not still be talking about, like, that should be scary. I am scared.
Yeah, I know you are talking. Maybe with the internet things, I don't know. I don't know how to, but my personal opinion, nothing. Nothing with Nigeria. You know that if you go into that Arise and you for people tax, you will know that it's difficult for Nigeria to get better. I'm telling you the truth. Well, now when my husband passed on, I said the business, thank God, I'm going to close it. You trust now? Before I go
I don't want to deal with all this problem. No.
No, me. I closed everything. The one they stole.
You just cut your losses, whatever you could put together, and just hopped out.
I don't care what people say. I don't care. Do you know I sold our house at Ikeja?
Wow.
I sold our house at Ikeja because I didn't want to have anything. You know, when the man we put in charge, he was calling.
Like the caretaker.
Oh my God. I said, who won't do all this nonsense?
Hey.
I just everything.
You know that mind, man, I can imagine, right? I can imagine what it was like for you every time your phone is ringing and it's a call from Nigeria. It's going to be like another episode, a PTSD.
Another culture.
What are they going to call for today again? Before you finally made up your mind to sell everything off. I can imagine what it was like for you when your phone rings. Again, what is he calling me for?
Who wants this one? No way. But before then, Maiyegun, when I was looking for that certificate of something.
Certificate of occupancy, they call it CFO, yeah?
Or something, no.
Not that one.
It was, something to, when you go to probate registry,
right?
To get, anyway, look, that's when I saw the rottenness of Nigerian society. There's nothing anybody can do. Everybody with their own. You can build your mansion in Nigeria. That is your business.
I tell you.
I sold this place, brought the money back, invest it here, got the property for the children. When I'm going to heaven, they can sell it and share it among themselves. But at least I'm getting my rent.
And you can actually say, at this point, right, you can die in peace. Without having to be like, mommy, please, we have told you to please put your mind at rest. All this Nigeria property, Nigeria problem and all of that. You need to imagine how that would be. The impact on one's health.
They even told me, they say, look, mom,
hey,
we've told you we don't have anything. If you don't sell this property, that's your business. Sell and do whatever you want to do with it. We are not in, because they know. They come to tell me the things happening in Nigeria. They come. That was why I started picking interest. That was why I started picking interest. Do you know that because of you, I now knew how those people were rating that were in the politics before, they will now come and build mansion in the villages. Is this constituent money they use though?
Yeah.
I didn't.
If you are a politician and you haven't built your own country home, you are not successful. Forget it.
Oh my God.
So you can do anything you want to do. You need to build your country, because that's where they will be doing political meeting, sharing money, sharing food to the poor people. Sorry,
our politicians are wicked.
Horrible. They are horrible people.
Wicked. I don't care. When my friends tell me, oh, they are going for holidays in Nigeria, I say, excuse me, you are not going on holidays. He said, you are going to visit your family.
So it's unfortunate because, you know, one of the things this did to us, right, is the fact that a lot of people who are in the diaspora, it's always kind of like so cool at some point. We get to a point where you understand what Nigeria really did to us, man. See, we came from a background where a whole community are those who raise a child. Okay, we grew up among our aunties, uncles, our grannies, our grandpas, grandmas, great grandma, this or that. We grew up as a people. But when Nigeria started happening 35 years ago, right? Families started separating. People that were supposed to just go abroad and come back within a year or two, they told them not to come back. Many people lost family members, loved ones. They couldn't attend their burial. That's what Nigeria did to us. And many who are here now, they wanted to go back. Now they are changing the year every year. They say, maybe I will go next year. And they are getting older here. This is what Nigeria did to us. How could anybody say we should look away, man?
I don't care. My peace here. I don't care whatever anybody say. That is their business. You know, when I hear
you would rather enjoy your peace.
East and West, home is the best. Where I have my peace is my home. Where I have my peace is my home.
Yes.
I said, forget all those nonsense sentiments. Leave sentiments aside. Let me hear words.
Honestly.
I don't agree with the rotten thing. In fact, yesterday I almost said, the argument was so hot that one person said, why do you always have this bad bitterness about Nigeria? I said, me?
They won't gaslight you, Nee. That's what they are doing. Blackmailing you. Like as if to say it is your fault that you are reacting to what some people are really doing to hurt all of us. Okay? Oh, it's your fault. You are seeing Nigeria negatively. Okay, auntie, you that is seeing Nigeria positively, how come we are not seeing positive?
God bless you.
You said because I don't like Nigeria. Okay, fine. Right? What about you? Should be you like Nigeria. How come it's not working? As if to say wishes build countries. No, wishes don't build anything.
Exactly. My dear. Let me just look. Tell me where is this event taking place?
You mean the Igbo Remembrance Day?
Yes.
For 2024. Well, the meeting point is the people. So I said People's Parliament. It is the UK Parliament building in London. So if anybody can find their way to that central London area, the Parliament building is actually the meeting. Sorry, ma'am?
I live in London, so it's
great. You just have to check your time, check your schedule. You know, if you have like an hour or two, you can spare, right? Fitting into somewhere. And I will be in London too. I would actually love to see you.
I would love to see you too. Maiyegun.
Thank you so much. So you have a wonderful afternoon, okay?
Thank you. I'm so happy. My love to your family.
Thank you. Me too.
Me get luck today with Maiyegun.
I got luck too. Imagine I missed all of that. Stay safe, ma. That's a very good one there from our Lady Flora. She has been very consistent in the comment section, you know. It's lovely to hear from her. Like, really, really lovely to hear from her. So when people feel so lucky to say, oh, I'm so lucky to have gone through today, I say, well, we are both lucky. Because, I mean, if you haven't spoken to me ever on my program, right, you might think you know, like you're missing, I'm missing too. So when you now call in, right, as a first timer, so as you are speaking to me for the first time, I'm speaking to you for the first time too. So the feeling is kind of a mutual. So we can all be grinning, we smile all over our face and all that. It is mutual. So I want to say a big thank you to Waski Henry. If I didn't put that up, I may kind of miss or acknowledge that, right? Thank you so much for your generosity, all of you using your super chats. So the only thing I haven't tried is buy me coffee. I want to see how that actually really works, right? It actually looks cool to start with, okay? I was like, oh, buy me coffee. Then you have like, let's say I have 1,000 or 2,000 people watching me, right? And everybody, each person, no, let's say half of those watching me, let's say 1,000 just say they want to buy me coffee. 1,000 cup of tea. That is $5,000. Imagine. Anyway, it doesn't work that way too. Life doesn't work that way, okay? Gifting is a gift. Not be everybody kind of want to give that way. Or whichever one you have been contributing to this platform is greatly appreciated. Here is a caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Baba.
Yeah, ẹ káàsán. Mo wà níbi iṣẹ́ ni mo kàn ní mo ní kí
ṣé kò sáà ní yọlẹ̀?
No. Iṣẹ́ tèmi ni. Mo ní kí n béèrè bóyá tó mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ subscribe sí as a member mi mọ̀ bóyá ó wọlé.
Èwo ni ẹ? To buy me a coffee.
No, mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ enter as a member lọ́dún ẹ̀. Mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ subscribe as a member
of the YouTube, like a subscriber, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mi mọ̀ bóyá ó wọlé.
Mi mọ̀ bóyá ó wọlé. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wò náà. So usually, once you subscribe as a member, so you need the Word of God outreach here, right?
Yeah.
Because the moment you subscribe like that, ó máa show up ní orí comments, and from that moment on, whenever you comment, your own name is going to appear green, and your comments they are going to appear different, special, colorful. And one good thing about subscribing, which I actually really wish a lot of people knows it, right? If those who are watching Maiyegun all the time, okay, let me give you one secret. Like Maiyegun's video, my videos are always very long, 3 hours, the full one, okay? And then maybe 25 minutes, the premiere ones, right? Now, the advantage of people who actually subscribed onto my channel, okay? I have those who are paying £2. These are the silver members. I've got those who are like paying £5. I've got those who are paying £10 and all that, and on, okay? So the advantage is that if you are a paying member like that, you will not be getting adverts on my videos. No advert will disturb you, ever. Then you can download my YouTube video on your phones. Not just that, you don't have to download everything. You can download, you can cut where you want to cut out of my video, okay? Right there on your phone, just holding your phone like that, right? You can just say from here to here, I'm cutting this out. You can do that. These are the advantage of that membership. So I appreciate this, sir. Thank you.
Okay, correctly or not?
Correct. And then you only cancel anytime too. She gets insane. So anytime you feel like, okay, you know what? Later, you can cancel anytime. You can put it back anytime. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Baba, thank you so much. And that is a Word of God outreach, ladies and gentlemen. So I also have here another caller, a veteran, Sir Theophilus Oniyide, elder.
Maiyegun Baba.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. And you and the member of your family?
We are very, very fine, sir. And thank you so much for asking. It's been a while.
You're welcome, my brother. Well, I'm always with you, but it's very, very difficult to get in sometimes. But so I'll just let me just keep listening and keep following the career. So Maiyegun, I want to join the folks and say thank you for everything and for every time. There are a lot of us that cannot do without listening to you, watching your program, and also praying for you.
Thank you.
And God will continue to strengthen you, to protect you, and to provide for every of your needs.
Amen. Thank you.
Yeah. In rating Kolu, I'll give Kolu F10.
F9, F10,
F10,
F12. Oh, you just reminded me of that. Just before you continue, Sarai, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All classes, you know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name.
That is Kolu's name. FF. That is Kolu's name. FF. You know, when the processing of election started, Kolu was shouting Emilokon, Emilokon.
Yes.
But now, the whole country, the slogan now is Ao Montokan. Abienikon Lomo. Now,
Eja flashback.
Tí o bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá ń Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kún kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀ wàá dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà.
Èmi ló kàn. Elder.
Èmi ló kàn. Ẹnìkan ló mọ̀. He said, Buhari, but now the whole country now are low sokun. Ebi ń pa wá o. Ebi ń pa wá o. The whole country is now sokun because of Emilokan. Maiyegun, I watched a program on this guy's platform a couple of days ago. What is this called? Tani Olorun. That guy. He showed a school. He was talking about this 90 billion of a thing that they gave to the Mecca goers, the Saudi Arabia goers. Now, this guy now had the opportunity of showing a certain school in the north, in the northern part of the country. Maiyegun, I wept. You can imagine this guy showing primary school from primary 1 to 6, JSS 1, JSS 2, and 3. These guys are under, how do I call it? Atibaba. Do we call it Atibaba?
Like already even the palm front and all of that.
In palm front and those done.
And we had that, I think it was 2 nights ago. Similar thing too. I shared that similar video, Baba. It's heartbreaking, heart-wrenching.
And could you believe that out of those primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the JSS 1, 2, 3, they have only one singular teacher, one person coordinating all this.
School, primary and secondary, supposedly.
And when governments have the opportunity of meeting the parents of those children, what will you want us to do for you? Want us to send you to Mecca or to build you new school? They will shout to send us to Mecca, to Saudi Arabia. Maiyegun, at this time and day, this 21st century, look at what is becoming of Nigeria. And now they want to, deliberate on old national anthem.
They are not deliberating,
and new
sir.
national
They are
anthem.
waiting for Tinubu to sign. There is
To
no
sign,
arrest
they
of
already
all
passed
patriots anymore.
Yeah, yeah, and they will, though tribe and tongue may differ. So if our tribe and tongues are different, what are we doing together? So now, by the time he sign it, Maiyegun, I promise you, it's not going to be in brotherhood we stand. It's going to be in sisterhood we stand, according to Portable.
Right.
It's going to be in sisterhood they will stand. Maiyegun.
And it's just
I
1
want
year
to
so
shout.
far, Sha.
Yeah, just 1 year so far. Just 1 year so far. So they still have maybe
well done.
3 or 8 years to go. Maybe.
3 or 7 to go.
3 or 7 to. My shout out to the Igbo people. I say Igbo Kwenu. Igbo Kwenu. Kresenu. Happy Remembrance Day.
Call you and say Igbo Kwenu. Igbo Kwenu. Elder,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now that's Elder Theo Philosonite, a veteran on this platform. Garba Live, you get mouth. That's my dear sister there. Celia has now managed to buy me my first copy. And I've received, I've received a notification for it. Again, I'm trying to understand how it works though, right? But I can confirm to you that I have been bought my first coffee, even though I'm drinking tea. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm Bekun.
Say that again. You are?
Yes, I'm Desmond.
Desmond,
I live in
right?
the United States. Yes, I'm living in the United States, but I'm from Sierra Leone.
Oh, Desmond. Pleased to meet you, man.
Yes.
So, how are you this
Yes, it's good to meet you.
afternoon, I want to believe?
It's 11:35 now. I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm very well, too. I mean, surviving, though. Can't complain. Thanks so much for asking. Please.
Yes. So I want to thank you for all what you do. I've been listening and following you because I got attracted to the Nigerian politics just after the election when you were calling the results. So you today recommend when you're watching some videos, they recommend videos. So I started watching you, and I like how you articulate on issues, how you make fun and mockery of situations. And even though sometimes things are like, it bothers people, but when you make mockery of them, it's relaxed and
just to lighten
let
up,
people feel relief a little bit.
I know. Thank you, Desmond.
Yes. So I want to thank you a lot, man, because you don't only you being so practical when it comes to giving your evidences. You back everything you say, you back it up with evidence. So that's one of the things I like about you. And I know you are Yoruba.
Yes,
and
I am.
where I'm from, I'm Creole. So in Sierra Leone, Creole, yes.
It's Creole. Are Creoles not sort of acknowledged as the largest ethnic group in Sierra Leone? Am I wrong?
It's kind of, it's the Mendes, the thing is, Creoles are there, but they are not the largest.
Okay,
no,
they're
like not the largest.
Second or what?
Or third, yes.
Sort
yes.
of, okay.
Yes.
Thank
so
you, please.
Yes.
Well, I've heard
Creole,
that a lot, and
yes.
I mean, I've heard a lot about the Creole, including the Creole language as well, as one of the major languages in Africa, like Swahili, Twi, and then even Yoruba, Igbo, and other languages like that, right? So I've heard Creole.
Exactly.
I'm glad to be speaking with one.
Yes. So when I speak the Creole, you can understand. You can understand. So it's just kind of like the broken Nigerian English. So if I can ask you, Maiyegun, what you do? It's like, just like that. So it's just like the same broken English, but ours is a little bit deep.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So some of the slang that you use in the Yoruba land is kind of like the same. We have some names like Olufemi, Femi, those stuff. So we kind of like related a little bit to the Yorubas, but we don't talk Yoruba. Ours is different.
I see. That's quite interesting.
Yes.
I'm so pleased to be speaking with you, man. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm pleased to. I'll continue to listen to you. On the broad time, sometimes when I get off, even the program is done, I can listen. I will do a recap of the program, kind of listen and get some ideas. You've opened my eyes a lot about the Nigeria, the landscape of Nigeria, the politics, the culture, the people, everything. You've opened my eyes a lot. I want to appreciate you for that.
Thank you, Desmond. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Maiyegun. You have a good one.
Great. You have a good one too. And take it easy, man, okay? Yeah. That is Desmond, a Creole brother from Sierra Leone. That's some class. And I think we have a brother from Sierra Leone as well. Oh, no. Why is his name just quickly disappear from my memory right now? You know him, like he's become a regular here now. It's interesting, okay? And I'm glad that somehow we are beginning to see what benefits this social media, taking advantage of these resources, right? This particular one, taking advantage of it to advance what I believe the scope of awareness, where we have those who are interested more, even beyond the shores of Nigeria. It becomes more interesting. In fact, actually makes this platform, right, more and more unique in that way, okay? It is a blend of everything. And I love the fact that the accent is not a barrier. I'm somebody who have worked with a lot of people from different parts of the world because they found themselves here, just like myself. And accent is something I'm kind of talking now, and a lot of you understood me better, but not everyone will understand. They would say there are some pronunciations, right, that will mean different thing or have no meaning to some people. So when I manage to kind of try and get better so that I am communicating, you see, when I am talking to this camera like this, I just feel like I'm speaking to a room of probably 1,000 people, 2,000 people or more. And therefore, I believe that I could be speaking to the soul of a lot of people that I do not even know is listening. Just like I don't know who is watching until you call in and say, oh, I've been watching, oh, I've been following you. Then I start getting acquainted with some of us here, building a community. So when my accent is not really a barrier, I'm not the kind that speaks good English anyway, okay? I just speak a communicative English or communicative way of just communicate, all right? So if I found people who are able to find their way around it to still understand the message, it means a lot. It does. And whenever you ask me, I don't know how you do this, what really kind of, and I'm like, listen, the reason why I do what I do is because I have people who appreciate what I am doing. And that's enough. Okay? Whether it's one person, two people, or three people. But I turn on my camera at the prime time every evening, and I get like 1,500, 2,000. And during the peak time, we could be as many as 4,000, 5,000 seated watching Maiyegun. That's the reason why I have to come back. That's the reason why I have to keep the standard up and up and up until it becomes the standard I actually dreamed of it to be. So far, so good. I am happy that somehow, everyone who is part of this, right? Someone somewhere actually listens to me and believes I'm speaking straight to them. You know how that feels. That is why I will keep coming back. And that is why I will try and, I'll keep trying to get better. I'm not better, but I can be better. Sure, my last caller for today. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Grand.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I'm calling from Canada.
Okay.
My name is Isaac.
Right. Now I get it too now. So Isaac from Canada.
No.
How are you today, Baba?
Yeah. I'm good.
Grand. Please.
I'm good. I just want to quickly make you understand that I watch and I follow your page on YouTube, and I listen to you most of the time.
Thanks, man.
I just wanted to know that a lot of us, we are following you, we are watching your program, we are taking notice of things that you say, and through you, we are following events back home in Nigeria.
And Isaac, thank you.
So when you were talking about someone like Professor Wole Soyinka, his debacle with the obedience, we saw what is going on. We know what they are trying to do with, twisting facts, just because of their paymasters to demarket to be in the eyes of the world or in the eyes of people. But so far, it's not working.
No. When you see elderly people who are intentionally dishonest, and when they are caught being dishonest, they want to now grandstand and begin to scream.
Yeah. When you see men who are supposed to be like in their 90s or late 80s, who are closer to their graves, who should be honest, who should be elder statesmen.
Yeah.
But when you see them being dishonest, even at such, in the twilight of their life, these are people, that call themselves enlightened, so-called enlightened, exposed, it leaves less to be desired.
It does, Baba. It does leave
so it's such a shame, like someone that calls himself a Nobel laureate degenerates to such,
something,
standard.
Isaac, right? Isaac, they say if your hero live long enough, it could turn a villain. It will turn villain. Now we have it. Life and direct.
Exactly. So I just want you to know that we follow you. We watch your program. We like the way you analyze these things. We see how truthful persons. We see how people who are very objective. We have people who can separate, dissect these issues the way they are, instead of hiding under some primordial settlement of tribalism, ethnicity, religion, or what have you. You are from the Southwest. I know that you are from the Southwest.
And I am.
But that notwithstanding, you're still able to separate, these issues and analyze them the way they are. They've used this issue of,
like I said it, Isaac, right? We are all victims, but we can continue to lie to ourselves and hide behind those primordial excuses. Because I'm Igbo, that's why I can't talk. And because I'm Yoruba, that's why I can't talk. Like, no, we are all victims of this whole thing. The earlier we stop deceiving ourselves that we are immune from any of it because of our association with our tribes, religion, the earlier we stop, possibly the better for us to save our species. If not, we are dead, Baba.
Exactly. So when I started having a second is credibility of someone like Professor Wole Soyinka, is somebody, is tarnished, So that Nobel laureate, it should be, if there's a way I can write to the committee, I know they are in Scandinavia, talk to them, get in contact.
I don't think it's even worth
you know, because the point is trying to invoke some tribal hatred, tribal bigotry in the minds of people.
Yes,
that can lead to undesirable consequences, right? So you saw what happened in Lagos. You Lagos during the general elections, where innocent people were being killed on just because of their origin or how they look. In 21st century, people were killed because of the choice of somebody they want to vote for in an election. In 21st century in Nigeria, such things like that, it can degenerate to that extent.
Isaac, the supposed nobody call the victims fascists. Remember that?
Call the victims fascists. Somebody that's supposed to know better. He never addressed any of those issues. He never talked about those issues. He never said a word about those issues. He now flipped the coin. This is what we call, you are just playing with the minds of people. He never said a word regarding that, and it twisting it's calling people fascist. So, my brother, just keep exposing these charlatans that call themselves educated people. Keep exposing them because the only truth is the only thing that matters now.
That's right.
This is the only thing because yeah, thank you very much.
You have a very good one, okay? I am going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a noon this evening now so that I can go get ready for the evening. So pray for me that I am able to put enough together that is going to continue this conversation. So let's call it Discussion Continues. That's the name of a car, isn't it? End of discussion. Discussion continues. So I will see you later tonight. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me or your morning. And I hope you will make it down here this evening. But remember this, everyone should try and go and check their notification settings on YouTube. Yes, you have subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary, but many people don't receive notification anymore. That is because of YouTube algorithm. They do that intentionally. Go back onto your settings. Check the notification. Check the bell. Make sure the bell says on. And you will never miss any of our programs or any video on Maiyegun's Diary Political. Save for that. Take it easy. I will see you later tonight.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun Diary Political. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun #1. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.